Man.
Alright, I'll give you the old 3, 2, 1, then I'll hit the button, and then just count silently to yourself for 3 seconds, and then we'll go. And remember, just give like a 3 beat after each part for me to hit the GIF button, okay?
No problem.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Hello, summoners. Welcome to another pulse pounding, lightning inducing, tower ascending
There it is.
episode of A Monster Rancher's Guide to Summoner's War. I am the motivated Aztec Olmec. But
Yeah.
it wouldn't be a proper episode if I didn't have the Outrider, Lightstar 777 with me.
What is up, friends and fam out there? How you all doing? AJ, how you doing?
I'm doing really well. I'm really happy I got my my COVID vaccine. Still feeling it, but doing good.
He's feeling it.
It was one heck of a shot. But everyone, if you can, go get vaccinated so we can go outside again. Excellent. But I've been doing really well. But I've been doing.
Sound familiar?
Yeah, right. Remember that? Remember outside? But I've been doing excellent. You know, Summoner's War wise, I've been doing very well. I'm saving up for my birthday summons, which is May 13th. So we're getting this whole new 5-star scroll. So I'm gonna, you know, of course, save up other scrolls, but I'll get a guaranteed 5-star. Which
And so will I on your birthday.
Which is really difficult because now what do I do with my dupe Mo Long? Do I make him into a splendid blessing?
I would definitely splendid blessing. Give yourself the best chance of a happy birthday.
I have to agree with him. I gotta agree with this Lightstar guy.
Goodbye, dupe. Goodbye, dupe Molong. We hardly knew you.
And that was such a quick decision because, you know, I've been stressing over this decision for a while, and now we just made that decision within seconds. Got my.
You know what Thanos' favorite social media platform is?
Snapchat.
Yeah, Snapchat.
And my wife got me kiwi boba tea, so I am a happy kid. Happy kid. Shout out to iBubble. You know, I don't know if
I bubble, you bubble, we all bubble.
They gave me my kiwi boba tea, so I'm a happy kid. How are you, Lightstar? You always ask me, and you're always so nice about asking me. How are you?
Well, you know, it's my thing. You know what? I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Yeah, it was my first week back at work after my time off for my birthday. Yes. So, you know, as one does, one suffers whenever one has time off. So, I did that. But yeah, no, we're good. Yeah. I just keeping on, and it was really hot out today, and you know, welcome to Florida. Enjoy your stay.
That's what happens in Florida. It gets hot.
Really hot. But yeah, it was yesterday and today. It was more humid than it's been in a little while. So it'll be better once, you know, we get back into it. As for today, I mean, obviously we're going to have a very short summon session, but you know, we are going to discuss not one but the 2 7-year events that we currently have going on.
Yes, we
are. We are going to talk a bit about the the Hall of Heroes water succubi that's going to be on there. We're finally going to talk about the Falcon and Winter Soldier, so, you know, can't wait for my red alert. Like, I love the old red alert that, you know, I get to hit the button for.
Spoilers. Spoilers.
Spoiler. Red alert. Huge geek, huge geek. Um, and we are, you know what? Very quickly, let's just right off the top here. Um, I didn't know there was controversy about this game, but I would have gotten it anyways.
Yeah.
In the past week, a buddy of mine down here suggested a game called Outriders, and I knew nothing about it,
Right.
but I went and I checked it out, and it's like a cross between Anthem and um, Destiny, and I definitely I dug that. I do enjoy Square Enix games a lot.
Yes, I do
I'm very
too.
forgiving of the amount of cutscenes because again Square Enix, and I mean I will just say right off the bat, like yeah, there have been. I mean the only issue I have had is a few like one night I got kicked off the servers like oh what like 3 or 4 times,
Okay.
and but that was the first time we were trying to do a cross-platform. So one of my
Crossplay,
friends,
right?
his nephew plays on Xbox, and we've played games together before on
Right.
PlayStation, but he mainly plays on Xbox. So he had that game for Xbox, and we were doing cross-platform,
Right.
and I think all of us got booted maybe 3 times each at
Okay.
various points and had to like rebuild the group and come back again. But overall, like I did not find it to be too problematic or, anything like that. I
Okay.
thought like the game is so much fun.
Yeah.
Like I have gotten one of each class now
Mm-hmm.
and I've been trying them out. And I must say, for me, I thought I knew what I was going to enjoy the most, and maybe down the road when you unlock like their higher tier abilities,
Yeah.
there will be like you know more reasoning behind having like because if anybody knows, there's a expansive skill tree.
Yeah.
Like you could definitely do like hybrid, you could do full on one like, like measure of what they're going to be like and
Right.
that, but for the most part I have just played up until like level 5 to 10 on each of the characters, and for me the one that has been the most fun, I forget the names of all the classes, so do excuse me, but it is whatever one is the basically the tank character,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought that was going to be my least favorite one, but in terms of solo play, that is far and away my favorite character
Right.
of all. Like, one of the abilities is you basically turn into a bunch of flying rocks in the air and they can't hurt you. And then you throw yourself as a pile of rocks and you hit a group and it can
Nice.
explode several groups of people.
Oh, say no more. That's pretty awesome.
And
That sounds
like,
ridiculous.
there's just and then there's other ones that like can manipulate time. So, and one of the abilities I just got with that character is almost like the Matrix,
Hmm.
where you basically just put your hand out and you start catching all of the bullets that they're
Mm.
shooting at you,
And do you see them
and
back?
then you throw them back and they
Mm.
hit everybody that's in front of you, which is just so much fun. Even even if it didn't do anything other than catch the bullets and
Right.
keep me safe, I would enjoy doing it just for the catharticness of seeing all the bullets go. Shoo!
And just stop right in front of you, then just throw them back out. Very cool.
Yeah, I love it.
So,
So it's been a lot of fun. I've played that a couple of different nights with the boys,
mhm.
but not that I would ever tell you to get it. I'm just saying it's been a little bit of fun I've been having
Okay.
with that game.
No, that sounds very, very cool. I may have to see about getting that. However, I've been all about, besides Summoner's War, of course, No Man's Sky. Big
Ooh,
shout out to
I love that
everyone
game.
who had their Twitch drops going
Wow.
for No Man's Sky. I learned a lot just watching a bunch of different live streams, and
Mm,
and this is the first time they ever gave Twitch drops for this game, if I'm not
wow.
mistaken. And I got some exclusive stuff that I'm really happy about. I got some knowledge, which is the most powerful thing, of course. I learned how to make a lot of space cheddar. Shout out to Hawks Gaming
Mm.
for that.
You're
But
gonna make some space cheddar.
yeah, I've learned how to make a lot of space bucks in No Man's Sky, which has helped my progression a lot. But yeah, right now, but I mean, that's what I'm pretty much playing that, and of course, Elite Dangerous. A part of the alpha for the Odyssey expansion. So I've been playing a lot of Elite. And farming, of course, automatically with Summoner's War. So those are the two
Nice.
games I've been mainlining, for the last, I would say, month or so. But man,
Yeah, I
I was
definitely need to get back into it a bit more. I must say, I still stand by my assessment
hmm?
that No Man's Sky is just fun. It's just
It's
fun to
chill,
hop into
it's
and
fun,
just
and just
like, oh, let me just go full Sims here and build a ridiculous looking base that has like 20 spiral staircases.
now
Why not?
you can, and for the people that want to actually blow stuff up, there is combat. You just gotta go to the combat places, the places where they
Mhm.
are engaging in combat, or you can do exactly what Lightstar said. Just chill out, build your base, hang out in some weird planets, befriend some strange animals or aliens or whatever. But you can do both. You can definitely chill out, or you can, shoot them up. So, it's the
Mhm.
best of both worlds. And when you get sick of one, you can do the other, or
Yeah.
something completely different by way of exploration. So,
And now I will say though, the voice packs though have made me fall all in love again with Elite
with Elite,
Dangerous.
oh yeah,
Like
I
being
only
able
have Crusoe,
to
but
hear, Brent Spiner and Michael Doran and William Shatner and Mira Furlan and all the rest just chatting with me, Marina Sirtis when I'm hanging on my ship. That's
yeah, the
like
voice
when I'm
packs.
taking off is the coolest. It's like, the whole crew is like everybody at their station is like, yep, I did this, yep, we did that, yep, we did that. I'm like, love it.
Yo,
I like honestly, I just love taking off from places.
big
That's
shout out to
amazing.
HCS voice packs. They have another. They just released another one for Odyssey also, so you can do all the voice commands in for Elite for Odyssey also. They even have voice packs for the PC version of No Man's Sky. So
Oh, believe me, I know that. The packs I have could work with No Man's Sky, and I have debated maybe I should buy that
maybe,
game on PC
maybe,
too.
maybe. I mean, it really wouldn't be like you're starting from scratch because you already know how to do mostly everything. So
True, true.
completely plausible. But anyway, it's all
Yeah.
about Summoner's War on a Monster Rancher's Guide to the Universe. Rancher's Guide to Summoner's War. We have to clarify some things about this 7-year event
Do it.
because I've had, some
Clarify
questions.
it like that butter and make it G.
Okay, I'll totally do that. But there are two 7th anniversary. Damn, 7 years for Summoner's War. There are two events for the 7th year anniversary. So, I think in the beginning of the year we started collecting these 7th anniversary coins, and the only issue is you're only able to get one Transcendent Scroll, which gives you a guaranteed 5 star, even though there's two
Ooh,
events.
piss. Ooh.
Still, so I totally understand why there's two events because what if you started the game recently? How do you get all of the coins from the beginning of the year? You can't. So they have this second event so you can get enough coins to get that 5 star Transcendent Scroll if you just started the game. So it makes perfect sense. I know why ComTuus has two different events, and the currency for each
Also,
event will go to either one of them.
And also, if you have been getting it, you will actually have a chance at getting some of the other items in
Yes.
the event store that I personally have been angry I was not going to be able to get by my calculations. So for me, I'm very happy to be able to get at least a couple of those other items that are there.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And of course, once we get our 5 star, I'm sorry, our transcendent scrolls, we will be opening them on my birthday summons. Because it's my birthday, my
Yeah.
birthday. Yeah, so
Turning 21 again. Oh
2021 all
my.
over again. Add
You
about
said
21
that.
of that. But anyway, let's talk all about the water succubus, who is going to be this week's Hall of Heroes.
What's
She's
her Wiccan name? Not
um,
Akia. Hold on.
it's with an I. I can't remember her name. Anyway,
Hold on. I got B on this floor because I wasn't paying attention. So let me go find out.
oh no, Azaria. Azaria
Uh,
is the Hall of Heroes for this year. And why do I like her so much? It's not only
why?
that, well, she has green eyes, one, and I just love a green eyed succubus. Anyway,
Okay. hmm hmm
she has a speed lead. She's one of the few characters that has a speed lead, so she is awesome in the good old RTA, which I'm
And
building up
it's
teams
as
for.
much as Ciara, so
Yes,
that's formidable.
that is formidable. So right now, she has a speed lead of 24%, and that's significant because she's, I think, the only 4 star that has a speed lead. I think. Don't hold me to that, but she's definitely accessible, especially Hall of Heroes. Duh. But anyway, the only other speed leads that I know of are, of course, Ciara, as Lightstar said, Water Ryu, and Samantha, the Water Fairy King. So if you're, pardon me, if your speed lead or your speed tower is lacking, like this guy, throw that speed lead
I'm
on.
really curious. You gotta tell people. You gotta break it down where your towers are. We've hinted to your towers, but I feel like we owe the people knowledge of the tower progress.
Well, and progress is such a generous term. Generous, generous.
He buys scrolls, people. He
I
buys them
I
scrolls.
get those scrolls, but you have to
Hey,
get your
get his
glory
scrolls.
points.
Hey, get his
Um,
scrolls.
let's see. Let's go to the shop. Let's go to the glory shop.
Glory, glory,
Yeah, on
hallelujah.
current level,
Wow.
I'm still trying to get level 8 for that speed scroll for that speed tower. HP
Man, I
towers.
remember those days.
Whew,
See, now, here's where Aztec has
tower
taken a much more balanced approach, where he has done the
multiple
towers kind of,
towers.
in unison. I went straight
Oh,
speed because somebody had said do speed first.
which is a
So,
very good piece of advice, one I should have taken, but I did
I
not.
know. See, I actually think that there's logic to both sides.
Okay,
I think keeping like if I had known everything I know now, I
right.
might have done the powers for energy in that maybe first because at that point I might have been able to get a little bit more progress a little bit quicker
Okay.
instead of having to spend crystals to refresh or way back in the day when they didn't have as much energy refreshing all the time. I probably would have gotten a little bit more done. Where sometimes back in the day, I felt like I ran out of things to do because of energy.
Okay.
Um. So yeah, I there is something to be said for the holistic approach of doing them all at once. But I definitely didn't. I kept going like one tower at a time and maxing them out. The only time I did even levels was the attribute towers. I
Okay.
did all of them one at a time.
Got you.
Like I'd give them all like one level, then the next all the way one level. So
But back to Izaria. Yes, speed lead.
good.
And not only is she awesome on sleep teams, like if you have, a water heart
What
magician.
are what are her abilities?
Oh, what are her abilities? Her abilities are I'm gonna cause damage while you sleep. No. I love this. Her S3 is called Parting Gift. Attacks the enemy without waking it up if it's under sleep, of course. Attacks the enemy
Nice.
4 times in a row to recover 50% of the inflicted damage as HP. And absorbs 20% of the attack bar. And if you're not asleep, it's going to put you to sleep for 2 turns if the enemy's attack bar is empty. So, attack bar control puts you to sleep and recovers HP.
Pretty
And she's
good.
Hall of Heroes, so everyone gets her. Awesome. That's her S3. Her S2 is a Strike of Rejection. Attacks without waking up the enemy that's under sleep. Disturbs HP recovery for 1 target for 2 turns. And increases damage by
Nice.
50% if the target's already asleep. And her S1, Dreamy Invitation, attacks without waking up the enemy. Puts the target for sleep with a 50% chance. And recovers the attack bar by 50% if the enemy falls asleep. So she gets an attack bar boost if she puts the enemy to sleep.
Dang.
So
That's
just
awesome.
a great kit all around. A little bit of self-sustain. Attack bar control will put you to sleep if you drain the whole attack bar. 2 thumbs up.
I keep maintaining. I really do need to make a sleep bomb hybrid
bomber
team,
team, yeah.
or just a straight up sleep and wear you down team.
I'm sure you have a water heart magician in your super monster box somewhere, and that's the
I
key.
sure do.
She has an AOE sleep, and you have Sierra, so you can detonate
I
bombs.
do.
So maybe
And I also have the what is it? The Orion. What are they? Heart magician? No.
brownie magicians.
Dark Brownie magician. Yep, the dark brownie magician. He does something with sleep teams.
Yes.
I remember. I was building him for a reason
So
back
fun.
in the day.
This is fun fact. The Cleveland Browns' original mascot was a brownie.
Wow, this is a segue.
The Cleveland Browns' original mascot was a brownie, and a brownie is just like a little imp.
A brownie like a
No, like a little imp creature, like the brownie magicians.
Oh.
Like there's like a little impish
right.
kind of like, um, you know, joke playing kind of creature. But that was the original logo. Because if you know, as the Cleveland Browns, their current logo is just an orange helmet, an orange football helmet. But yeah, it was a brownie.
the
same thing that's on the brownie
is hiding
magician.
inside of the helmet. That's the secret. Because it's sideways. You don't know he's in there, but he's still in there. They just actually were like, let's just put this on
Right
top.
over you, so you can't see. But that was their original logo. Because I never knew what a brownie was. Like brownie magician, what the heck is that? But Summoner's War and
You never
Contra
watched the movie Willow?
I have watched Willow a lot.
Get away from that, you stupid fat daikini!
I love that movie. I love Willow a lot. But anyway, sorry, but that's what I love about Comtuous and I love about Summoner's War. They take, characters from all these different, cultures and different whatnot, and they mash them together into one game, and it's just an awesome game. Like, think about it. How many games have brownie magicians and succubus and desert queens and polar queens and what's the new ones? The Onimushas. Like honestly, like from each culture, from each part of the world, there's probably a character in Summoner's War representing them. Very cool. Super cool to me.
Yeah. I love that. That is awesome. So this kind of segues into something that one of the people in our Discord had asked about, what keeps us going and what do we like, because I think with anything, when you play a game long enough, there's going to be fatigue because you're just going through the motions. I have some friends that play Fallout 76 still, and sometimes I even have a hard time figuring out why they are still playing Fallout 76, because I've hopped back in with them, and it's like, oh, they'll have this event, and it's like, oh yeah, 100 levels of experience for this event currency you have to get or whatever,
Right.
so you can unlock the board, and it's like, okay, you do that, you go through the whole thing, you go and get, whatever it is that, it was. And it's like a lot of cosmetic items and
Right.
a lot of things like that. And it's like, you know, I mean, in a lot of like, late game things, it's about like gear grinding, like
Of
Destiny,
course.
like your Destinies, things like that. It's like gear grinding, and the game comes out with new content that challenges you.
Right.
That okay, you have to, like in World of Warcraft, there was always some new boss fight if you were doing raids and that you had to actually learn strategy. You had to
Yes.
actually learn like tactics and such that would help you to be able to overcome what challenges were there.
Okay.
Um, and I guess to me, that's how I always look at Summoner's War. Like right now, I'm looking in the background and I'm
Hmm.
seeing that I'm going to lose this again, and now I'm already thinking of new ideas
Of ways
for what
to
I could do to get
re-strategize.
around.
Right. I hear you.
I mean, the thing is, I'm not really paying attention to my Toa heroic run, so I
But
should. I should pay attention to it, but I suppose that's just, in my opinion, that's like what one of the things is I have enjoyed this game very thoroughly, because I know I've talked about this before, and I'll try to be somewhat brief about this, but I
okay.
played Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes,
Right.
which is another kind of game in the ilk of gotcha game and all that,
Yeah.
and the thing was, I got burned out on that game so fast, because it was like, okay, you have to get Chewbacca. For some reason,
Hmm.
to get Chewbacca, you have to level up all 5 characters from Star Wars Rebels.
I'm sure on
All
purpose.
5 of them.
Yeah, on
Now,
purpose because
all
you want
5 of
Chewbacca. Who
them,
doesn't want Chewbacca?
right. And you have to get, well, like, basically, Chewbacca was going to be game changing. He
Of
was
course.
going to completely, like, if you had Chewbacca. Now, the funny thing was, you also had rarity levels. So, like, you
Hmm.
had to get, like, extra shards of each character to, like,
Jeez,
star them
that
up. Like,
sounds grindy.
it wasn't like this game where, like, you could just grind up a 5-star 5 times and 6-star something.
Right.
No, you needed to actually complete the challenge that was associated with Chewbacca in order to get his personal shards, so that you could basically star him up, right?
Got it.
And on top of that, you had 6 slots for gear.
Hmm.
And there were only certain places, like, there'd be very obscure, like, singular pieces of gear that you'd have to fuse to build whatever armor or thing you needed to give their gear a leg up, right?
Right.
And there's like 13 levels of gear level,
Wicked.
right?
That
And
sounds.
realistically, to even have a chance at getting like the character,
Yeah.
you had to get to at least gear level 10. But to get like the character fully like leveled up, you had to get to like gear level 12 or 13 a lot of the time.
Okay.
And you farmed it, and you got like this piece that you needed for one character. Now you can go somewhere else.
Right.
No, it was like you had to farm that same mission hundreds of times, because all 5 characters needed it for like 4 different slots of gear. So like you would end up doing, and like the way their system worked is it increased how many crystals it took to keep trying it on a daily basis every day. So like the in-game currency in that game that they gave you, they were very generous with it, but they were all about taking it away from you too. Because like that was what they would do. They would have all of these, like, all of these ways to get you to just time sync, and like you'd be like, well, I mean, I have to keep trying to get this gear because
So
I only
that's
have
the
so much time to get it. So
Opposite
like
of Summoner's War.
right.
So,
So like you would end up spending so much time to get like this perfect team, right?
okay.
And like let's say you did it. Let's say somehow in from the time they announced they were going to release Chewbacca to when he came out, you managed to do it. You managed to get those 5 characters that they probably looked at the statistics were the least used 5 characters, and they would end up like giving you they would end up giving you like just barely enough time that you could get it. So you get it. You get it. You get Chewbacca. He is everything you could possibly have dreamed of and
Right.
more, right? Maybe after a month or two, they announce the next character that's coming out and what all his skills are and all that. And it's as if the designers had picked every single ability to completely render Chewbacca obsolete and useless.
Got it.
Okay? So now everybody wanted that character, and who cared? Chewbacca who? Nobody cared about Chewbacca now because now we're all onto the new hotness,
So
and it would be the same thing again. Now it's like, oh, you need 5 stormtroopers because like nobody would level up a stormtrooper, but now you needed 5 of them, and you needed to like gear them up, and you
so this
needed to, and
sounds
everything else.
nothing like Summoner's War. So
Right, right.
I understand
And
why you would get a little bit, burnt out playing a game like that. That sounds crazy.
right. And I mean, and I guess to an extent, I see how you could get burned out on this game, but I suppose what I'm getting at is that
Hmm.
this game, there is so much that, you know, I like to look at a lot of things as challenges. Like one of my, like, it's not an up there challenge, but like one of the things I really want to do is try to find out a a team that I could use to basically go full auto in
Right. So
Toho
that's a
Heroic.
specific goal that you have, and that really helps with avoiding burnout. Now, trust me, we've been playing this game a lot. Like I started playing when my because Lifestyle and I, we used to play a whole lot of Destiny, a whole lot of Division, until my PS4 unfortunately shut down. So I started playing Summoner's War almost exclusively. I didn't play anything else. And plus, the job I had to travel a lot, so I was always on my phone anyway. So Summoner's War, I was playing hardcore for like almost 3 years, and then of course we report on it. We have the podcast, we have events to go to, we have community things that we join, and so we've been inundated with Summoners. We've had Summoners War on the brain for a couple of years now, so I totally get burnout. Dumbledore, you're speaking my language. But having a goal, and then but Lightstar's advice to Dumbledore was very it was simply what his goals was and what he was doing now. Your goal is to find that auto RTA team or find that auto, TOA team. Have a goal, like, or find out what you liked about this game initially. And if it's just like summoning units, have a cool little summon session where you have like, I don't know, 30, 40 scroll. You just start you knocking out, because honestly, sometimes a new unit will just reinvigorate your energy to play the game a lot. But have goals. I have a notebook where I jot down, my Summoner's War goals. I have I have a different notebook where I jot down, No Man's Sky and Elite goals. So have those goals. That's an awesome goal that you have, is to find that auto team for RTA so you can farm glory points. But find a goal. Find like one or two things that you do that you can really strive for, and give yourself a time frame. Like, in 30 days, I'm gonna have this done. So yeah, that is. Trust me, I totally get where you are. I mean, not just Dumbledore, of course, but like anyone that's going through, that grind, that little bit of fatigue when you're playing this game. But trust me, I've been there, and that's how I got out of it, is to find a goal, jot it down. Within 30 days, I'm going to have this, or within 30 days, I'm going to build this team that's going to be able to do Steel Fortress, Giants, what have you. There's so many game modes that are in this game that you can just choose one that you haven't really mastered and run it down. For me,
Right.
it's RTA.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But and I mean, and pursuant to that, there's one mode that I have barely even touched on, and that's something that I have felt the sting of that I have not been focusing on, and that's the ancient rune farming. All the dungeons that are not the ones like right now you're doing, the farming for the 2A for the
Right.
Marshall Cat, but there are a paired dungeon in all of those that are specific parts for runes,
Yep.
for ancient
Absolutely.
runes. And it doesn't cost hardly anything other than you putting in the effort of beating those levels. And
Yes.
that's something that I have barely touched. Like, its content I haven't even really looked at. And and I mean, and that's the thing. Like for me, one of the proudest things recently was that I have always been very focused on my arena towers
Right.
as one of my long-term goals was to get every single tower to the max level, and then I could move from a farming format of doing arena
Right.
to seeing if I can get a better team and be more competitive when it comes to doing the arenas. So, I mean, for me, like, and as Tech said, and as we say, like, even if it's not goals, it's the fun of solving a problem for me.
Right.
It's the fun of you know, coming up with a strategy. Sometimes it's the fun of I see something ridiculous like the all Lulu person and how it takes them a half hour to beat Giants B10, and I'm like, I'd almost do it just so I could sit there while I'm like, watching TV or something, just so I could like record a video of my team like battling it out for like the best part of an
Lulu
hour
supremacy.
just to be like just because you can like and sometimes I feel like that's the most fun you can have is when you're just doing something because you can, because it's fun to have those personal challenges like
Absolutely.
I never was getting triple S in the Rift Raid Beasts, and people thought I was stupid to do it, but I went and farmed the poop out of, like, literally, I would do my daily stuff I
Yeah.
had to with my energy for the normal content, and
Right.
every bit of the rest of my energy was always going 100% for the Rift Raid Beasts, and even though I would only get, like, Bs, maybe an A here and there. Like I was not getting like really great scores.
Right.
I was just like, well, I'll just keep at it. I was very surprised when I first summoned my homunculus and realized you needed to farm even more now
Yes.
to skill him up, which I had not known. But all of that kind of it went right into it. It was just it was a goal. It was like, all right, so now I know I need to get more crystals so I can go in 6-star hit, or I
Awesome.
mean I can max skill him. So yeah, I mean it's just goals. Goals are the
Squad
best.
goals.
Like squad goals. But yeah, they're that for me is one of the best things. Like that's what keeps me going. Like the dream of getting one of these speed teams I see in certain content like built up. Like I need to build my second Abigail, my unawoken Abigail, so that I can see if I could get that speed team going on certain dungeons. It's things like that that I think are very fun to me
Yes.
that I would like to do, and that's what keeps me going every day. Like thankfully where I work, I do get breaks roughly every 2 hours,
Right.
so I can be farming efficiently enough that I never tend to have an overflow of arena energy or something like that when I'm at work, because on my work break I'll be like I'll set the auto to something and I'll do my arena, my 10 arena, and I'll knock it
Right.
out real quick. So yeah, I mean and if there's probably a lot more that keeps me at it, but just off the top of our heads, yeah, that's basically what I keeps me going, anyways.
Absolutely. I mean, shout out to Dumbledore for asking. Like, that's another good thing. One of the reasons what a really good motivating factor is having a friend that plays. That guy over there. So he's
So, yeah,
one of my
screen,
motivators.
you're pointing to the logos on the side of our screen, which was equally as funny because I'm also over there. I'm here, but I'm also there.
There.
There. Here.
So
Yeah,
having
I'm actually both good.
having a player group like our player group on a Discord and asking like, "Yo, I'm a little burned out. What can we do?" That's another awesome resource. Having a friend that plays, having a community of people that you play with, is also a an awesome way to keep motivated.
Now, we are nearing
Some of the clock.
well, yes, but in keeping with our promise, shall we fight one another?
Sure.
Our best of five, 3 fight. I have to finish this floor of the old Toa heroic here, so bear with me just a moment. But
Well,
um, in the meantime, do you want to talk Falcon Window Soldier? We
Sure.
can put this sort of thing. Okay, for everybody out there, you cannot say we didn't warn you. I'm about to hit a button that will be the red alert from Star Trek, and this is your warning that we are going to talk about spoilers, so just mute us. And when you see the symbol again, we have stopped, okay? Ready? 3, 2, 1. I'm putting it up. Okay. Here we go.
Falcon and Le Winter Soldier.
He never should have given the shield away. That was completely ridiculous. I don't think that Sam himself is going to steal the shield back. I definitely loved the last episode. It was just incredible. Like the fights that Susan, right?
Yes.
That's her name, Susan? Yeah. The fights she had while they were like in
Absolutely
the
amazing.
And,
In those containers, in that container. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I mean, this is why this show is completely opposite from WandaVision, because this is a more military, more grounded in reality, in the MCU reality, of course. But my favorite thing about Part 3 had nothing to do with the characters, but everything to do with the setting. They were in Madripoor, and if you know anything about
Madripoor,
the mutants, or specifically Wolverine, Madripoor is a fictional island kind of near Thailand where Wolverine goes and hangs out when he's not doing X-Men stuff. So for them just to put that island into the MCU, I was dancing. I was doing the Aztec dance.
Living for it.
So as long as they mention Madripoor, that means somewhere in around the corner the mutants are going to be filtering in.
Let us pray.
Yeah, let us pray. And I'm liking the new Captain America. He's snarky. He's a lot more modern. He was born in this decade.
God!
The U.S. agent is actually kind of cool. I love the cast. The casting of him was perfect. But he gave up the shield for the drama. That's the whole point of the of the show. It's just to build the drama of how Falcon's going to get the shield back and really take up the mantle of Captain America. So for him giving it away in the beginning of the series, no problem. I was kind of happy with it because now we get to see how he's going to really, quote unquote, earn the shield and be the real Captain America, which is going to...
Okay.
It's great.
I'm going to respond to all that and then we're going to be done, okay? My phone. Yep, there we go. Sorry about that. I hate New Cap with a fiery passion.
Good.
He is just a dink, and I don't no. And it's even worse than that because say what you will about Steve Rogers, right? I get it, superhero program, or super soldier program, right? Whatever, great, that's fine. He's a super soldier. We're all happy. Blah blah blah. But at the same time, I cannot, in any way, shape, or form, understand how you're going to completely invalidate everything that Cap was by saying, "Oh, well, this random guy, he just he ran track in high school and played football, so
I didn't
he
play
could
football.
he could be Captain America because he's a tryhard. He's a tryhard, AJ. He's a tryhard.
Tries hard. He could do this all day.
No, he can't. No, he cannot. They literally got onto the truck and we're like, we can't. We're going to go. We're done. Thanks. But I love that Baron Zemo's back already. Are you good? Yeah. Any last words?
Zemo's the word.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Putting it back up.
Excellent.
Whew! Oh boy! All right.
Good times. Good times.
All right, so I am ready to fight you whenever you are done.
Let's do it. This should be funny.
They're always fun for me.
They really are.
Hi, Soren. Soren Senpai, Green Mallard. Hello, Green Mallard. Hello,
Mallard.
Soren Senpai.
Mallard.
Hey, I'm sorry, he's a Green Mallard, and his text came in green, which to me, that is just a primo, bit of, it's good, right? Ah, Soren, thank you for the follow. Happy to have you here, my friend. All right, you are just in time. You know what? We are doing good. Aztec, how are you doing? Green Mallard asks.
Oh, I'm doing good. Excellent. Thank you for asking.
Follow, Green. You're an influencer in the Spanish community. Bienvenido a la mi stream. Estoy es Lightstar777. Esto es Brujo, mi amigo Aztec Elmec.
Wait, didn't Nelly introduce us in Spanish that one time?
He did.
I definitely have. I'm gonna find that clip. I'm gonna find
Nelly
that clip. Yeah, shout out to Nelly the God because he did introduce us in Spanish one time, which I found
that would be amazing.
Very cool.
Sora, I read a little bit of Spanish, so I am about that. Oops. I'm sorry, my very aggressive Streamlabs decided to yell at you. I am so sorry about that. But I am happy about the link. Yeah, I know. That... yeah, if you do that, that'd be great. If nothing else, we also have a link to our Discord on my Twitch. If you want, share it over there as well with me. That would be great. But you guys are just in time to watch me whoop on my friend here in a little friendly RTA action.
He definitely does. To be fair. Shout out to Letterkenny. Oh, man.
Oh, and Green Mallard speaks Spanish too. This is great. This is just wonderful. I'm sure, you know what? We all have projects. We were just talking about
We were just talking about motivations for our projects, yes.
Let's see. How do I want to handle you having that? Okay, that's what we'll do. Send you the Discord. Yes, I will. I have to scroll a lot, but while I'm beating up on him, I'll find this link. Da, da, da. I can't not cat. I mean, when you got a cat, right?
Are you talking to a fellow cat owner? I have 2 cats. Shout out to my cats, Leo and Danny. Daenerys, so sorry. You will find photos of them on the Discord also, because they are just great.
Yeah, I play mostly on Global, and so does Aztec. I have one little baby account that I started a while back on Asia server, but I don't really play that one all that much. Okay, you have 2 potential problem childs. Let me get rid of your speed lead.
Boo,
Okay.
speed lead.
Ooh. Okay, bueno. Ayúdame, por favor.
No, that's my line because I'm gonna get beat on.
What do you guys think? Green Mallard, Soren Senpei, do you think I'm going to beat Aztec with his team here? I mean, it's got good team. Okay. You know what, Green Mallard? That's awesome. Like, you get all those returning prizes, but there's a lot. I mean, the 7-year event's coming up. You can get a 5-star guaranteed monster. So, I mean, this is, if you're going to come back at some point, you're actually coming back in a pretty decent place. Like, you should still have just enough time to be able to get that 5-star scroll, and it's a guaranteed 5-star, so why not? Oh yeah, I will do BJR5 with you. I would totally do that. I got to work on mine a little bit. I need the grindstones, so it's a bit of a cart and horse situation. So yeah, definitely join up, guys. Love to have you. Just message us, and
Yeah, absolutely.
if I'm not at work, I am probably on my phone playing Summoner's War. That is definitely a thing I do quite often, and I love finding people I can actually do a lot of grinding with some R5s. So,
R5. BR5. Boo. This guy won.
oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even notice. Did you lose anybody? No. Okay.
Totally lost everybody. Did you lose anyone? No, you didn't lose
No,
anybody.
I didn't lose anybody. Sorry. I'm going to try for an all water team this time.
Ooh, no. Not
Oh,
that.
Green Mallard, what are your 3 5-stars you love? Wait, why are you doing water monsters? You can't steal my vibe.
Too late. Vibe stolen.
All right, well, fair enough. Okay, Orion. I do love me some Orion. Water Demon, Wind Monkey King, and Wind Fairy King. Those are great. I do
agree.
not have the Water Demon. I have the Wind Demon, but I have the Wind Monkey King and the Wind Fairy King, and I absolutely love them both. They're quite great. Very integral parts of my team. So yeah, that is good. I don't know a ton about the Water Demon, but I know that I see him a lot in RTA. So, I mean, he's definitely getting used places. So that's for sure. Yeah, it's rare to. Wow, that is cool. You have a Orion cap. He's got. I believe it's a baseball cap he means, but he's got an Orion one that was a gift from Com to us. That's really awesome.
Very cool.
The Wind Demon is great. He prevents anybody from respawning. So any monsters that have like a revive mechanic like Perna or Samanth or anything like that, as long as he's on the field, they cannot do that. So it is a pretty cool feature of his. Come on, yeah, and some of the David seal. Nice. But yeah, that ability, I use it whenever I see somebody that's got a lot of monsters that I'm predicting I'm going to, you know, have a lot of self revive. It's a great tactic to basically try and take them out with. Okay, I'm sorry. My Beth hit your team like really hard, and I apologize.
You should. You should apologize.
I do. Yeah. Let's see. Who do we want to? Let's get rid of him. I love to add my own sound effects because I don't play with the sound. Do you guys play with the sound? I'm curious. I just like to know what other people do. I've had the sound muted for the past 2.5 years. Okay, So he kind of has like a slow burn return on his spawn. That's kind of cool though. I mean, especially if you get an attribute bonus and whatever monsters you're fighting will attack him directly. So that's dope. That's cool. Yeah, I'm not sure on the water demon. That would be yeah.
Does
I
that
can show
sound
my
like
best set.
a monster spotlight of the water demon so we can
Yeah,
talk
we can
more
do
about?
that. So here is my Bastet. She's she's all right. She's got a pretty decent speed and HP. I've got her on Swift, speed, HP, and defense. So lots of speed substats, lots of HP subs that I could find. So she's pretty good. She also has a lot of crit rate and crit damage for some reason. But, there she is. You want another round? You want another? Want to go again?
You said 2 out of 5. You said 3 out of 5.
Best three out of five. Yeah, no, that's right.
I did.
Sorry, I forgot. He gains immunity for a turn. He comes back, so I put Vamp on him. Oh yeah, I love it. You can take any screenshots and put them into the Rancher chat. I would love to see how other people build their monsters. I am always down to see that kind of thing. 201. Dang. That is a beefy beset. See, my problem, Soran, is I have the worst kind of attention problems with Summoner's War, where I want to build everything. So I'm very bad about the fact that I will end up having like 5 different projects. That'd be cool. Yeah, I mean, from what I saw of your guide when I just clicked on it a little while ago when you sent it, it was definitely very cool. But yeah, I tend to have a problem with the fact that I fight with my own monsters for. Yeah, I love my Ciara. She's pretty cool. I tend to fight with my own monsters over runes, so I always feel kind of bad that I. What do you have? You know what? Okay, go Dark Chunk. Why not? I could see that. We did recently figure out that if you save 125 scrolls, you pretty much are guaranteed a 5-star.
Yep.
So 89 angel bonds and 4 devil bonds. Dang, that is awesome. What do you do? Attack power. Well, let's get rid of her so that I have a chance to outspeed you. I don't think I'm going to outspeed you, so I think you're getting the first turn, so this will be sad for me. We also, one thing, Soren, is we love the much maligned monsters. I forced Aztec to build Kamatau, the dark
Minotaur.
Minotaurus, and he won't finish it off. And I still maintain a monster that can hit for as much as he can hit without a single buff is impressive. The fact that it doesn't matter if you do any setup and he can hit as hard as he can is very impressive to me. I mean, at least I think so. That's all. I definitely am of the mind that don't hurt me.
Why not? It's so much fun.
Yeah, the auto farming has been very instrumental in the game for me because it has allowed me to up my rune quality quite a bit while not losing any amount of time. So, especially like I've been building the Chikaru team, and I'm now one rune away from it being a decent team. Um, I need like one slot 2 guard rune with a defense.
Just one. And he's been looking for that rune forever.
This will be when I find out there's no two. No, I do. I know there's defense 2 slots. So I need it to be a guard rune because I can't lose. Like if I drop down, I'll lose a percentage. So nice. You know what? It doesn't matter what level you are. You can have fun with this game, and the fact that we were talking about a little bit earlier. So if you get a chance, listen back on it. But the fact that this game, thank you for our battles. They were fun and educational for me.
Oh, appreciate it. No problem. We try to do this
The fact every week.
Yeah.
But this game, unlike a lot of others, the fact that they give you so many 5 stars for free is one of the coolest things, I think. It's kind of rare in gacha games that they give so easily some monsters that, like, a couple of years ago, or maybe it was not even that long. Well, maybe it was. But Veramos, like, one of the first things that people, get in the game, like one of the first fusion monsters they do, was being used in the World Arena. So, yeah, it was definitely very cool that was one of the free monsters was being used all over the place like that. So yeah, if the Angelmon and Devilmon could fight, I would totally have them a team of Angelmon and Devilmon. I'd actually do all the attribute monster like for the. You know what? Can they fight? Hold on. I gotta check something now.
Wait, what are you checking?
I just want to know. You can't put them into a team, right?
No.
No.
Wait, which ones? You didn't
like
ask the question.
the King Angelmons. I think it would have been funny.
No, that's only in those dungeons that you get the.
I know. So sad.
Well, it's about that time to do a super quick summon session.
All right, 3 scrolls to freedom. Oh wait, what's the exclusives? Oh well, I mean, I do want the Water Oracle. What else is coming up? Water Art Master. I think is that the one I have? Yeah, I have. I had 2 of him, I think. Wind Demon, Fire Pony. That could be good, and I have. Savannah. I'm going to save my exclusive summonings for the Savannah week.
Definitely.
All right, but I am ready when you are. We are going to do 3 quick summons, and then we are going to get up on out of here. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and count it down.
Count it down. 3, 2, 1, and summon.
Nothing.
Summon.
Can you believe it? An Epicon Priest. How insulting. No, I like it. You know what? I got to build the Epicon Priest one of these days.
Gotta build the Dark Epicon.
I have so many. Thank you.
Right. I did a little bit over 3.
I had no luck with scrolls. You know what? I'll do 2 more then. Why not? Yep, nothing. All right. That was fine. 1 more. Okay. Nope. Okay. See, this is the addiction of scrolls. Right click, make guides, talk, but actually. See, that's the thing. I really love the RTA because I'm a little bit competitive, so
a lot
for me it's
competitive.
A lot competitive. Perfect. I will definitely check that out, Sauron, and I will be duly jealous of your Bastet by the sounds of your speed. So, honestly, my Bastet is tuned here. I'll actually show you why my Bastet is the speed she is I've been using a team lately that is this team right here. And the reason why I'm using this team, and this is probably the worst revenge I could have done, because I knew that their Triton was going to outspeed me. So it's fine. It's all fine. I should have done something different with this, but regardless, we're going to try and see what we can do. But normally, my Bastet would have moved before my Lucian, and I would have gotten a little bit of the. Yeah, this is going to go badly. But my Bastet is the speed she is to work with two different teams I've been using lately. One that has Galleon and my what do you call him? The water sword guy,
Onimusha,
Onimusha.
right?
And the other to work with my Triton for stripping and buffing. And so basically, she's the speed she is because I need her to move at a certain point in certain teams I'm using. So, oh, this will be fine. This team will look, I think, more. I don't think they'll outspeed me. No, they did not. See, this is good. So see, I have her this way just so she can go before those two, and then they get buffed before they do their damage. Yeah, you should, Green Mallard. Love to see your water demon. But you know, First, I just want to say I want to give a huge shout out, Saren Senpei and Green Mallard. Thank you for coming and hanging out. Really
Absolutely,
appreciate
really
it, guys.
definitely do. We definitely love when people just kind of invade our stream and then give us topics, and it just makes it more dynamic and more interesting. So we definitely love it, and we encourage more people to do so. Who are you shouting out this
Absolutely.
week, Light Star?
I mean, other than those two, I mean, you of course, Nelly the God, JD the Gamer, Beans, all our friends that we have made through this great community. Again, the hugest of shout out for Dumbledore.
Yes, shout out to
Thank you for
Dumbledore.
reaching out. Thank you for being, somebody who is just cool to hang out and talk to. I've enjoyed every time we've chatted. So, whether your interest in the game, wanes or not, like I look forward to still hanging out and talking every now and then. So,
Absolutely.
um,
I want to
yeah,
give a
and
huge shout out to one somewhat interesting person, Sean Murray. Sean Murray is the creator and founder of Hello Games, and not only did they create a couple other games, but they created No Man's Sky. And what's the whole reason for me shouting him out is like so many games have folded. Anthem, which
mm,
looked awesome, folded. Cyberpunk's launch, at least on console, was terrible. Like Sean Murray, when No Man's Sky was
Mass Effect
released,
Andromeda.
exactly when No Man's Sky was released, there were a lot of features left out or whoever. A lot of people were calling him a liar. A lot of
Oh
people
yeah.
were burning him down on like YouTube and Twitter and other
And
socials.
I played No Man's Sky at the beginning,
And
so I can attest to how rough it was.
seriously, but what did he do? He got to work. He got, pulled together all the
Hmm.
different criticisms, the ones that were valid, the ones that were absolute crap, and started working
Hmm.
and started releasing updates. No loot crates, nothing like that. Just started releasing updates for free. For
Hmm.
free. I mean, stuff, that we would pay for DLC, just keeps update. 2 months later, another update. 3 months later, update. They just put in work. And Hello
Yep.
Games is a small team. It's not this huge company, but they just put in work. And it just shows how hard work and actually listening to your community and putting in hours and hours and hours of actual programming and work and releasing updates and basically shutting up everybody. And then now this game is much more than what he promised initially. So I have to give a big shout out to Sean Murray. He's not the most bombastic, guy in the room. He's not a huge media guy, but he's a programmer at heart, and he just put in work. He just started releasing updates for No Man's Sky. Now it's awesome. So I just want to have. That's how you quote unquote silence your haters, but that's how you do it with work, with updates, with making your game better. Shut up and make your game better. And that's what he did, and I'm glad he did because I'm really enjoying this game, and I may even buy it again on PC. Who knows? But shout out to that guy.
Yeah, that is awesome.
But that about wraps it up for this particular episode of A Monster Rancher's Guide to Summoner's War. New episodes every Saturday on the podcast. Every Wednesday we stream at Rancher's Guide on Twitter, mrgtsw on Reddit, mrgtsw on Instagram, mrgtsw on Facebook, mrgtsw on... Is that all of them? I'm pretty sure. That's all. That's all I remember.
Yeah.
That's all the important ones.
Right?
You know what I mean? So, thank you. Big shout out to, pardon me, for our two,
Soren Senpai and Green Mallard.
Our two interlopers that just happened to hang out with us on Twitch. Thank you for doing so. Tell your friends. Everybody live long.
Friends.
Everyone live long and prosper.
Peace and long life.